Next up, question 4, you didn't have to do. Question 5 again was one that was only there for set 1 guys. Didn't do this in set 7, but we can look at it anyway. Stem cells are these cells which are undifferentiated, means they don't yet have a role. So what they do is, and if we think of an embryo that comes from a fertilized egg cell, it's this mass of unspecialized cells without a job. What they do eventually is they develop into a fetus, which will then eventually become a human. Okay, and as they go from being every type of cell to specializing, that's when they sort of become a specialized cell that we would recognize. So stem cells will specialize into a nerve cell, or they might specialize into a heart cell, a muscle cell, whatever it is. But before they specialize, they're known as stem cells. So this is question 5, we can read it here. Damage to the spinal cord can lead to people becoming paralysed. Stem cells could be used to cure this process. Which type of cell would they need to become? The answer is D here, because that they need to repair the damage to the spinal cord. The spinal cord is just a big chunk of nerve cells working together. Scientists are currently researching the use of adult stem cells to treat damage to the spinal cord, which these statements about adult stem cells is correct. Using patients' own adult stem cells is less likely to cause rejection. So, just to clarify a couple of these points, rejection is when the body's immune system destroys a foreign object. So that might be a bacteria, which is very good, or it might be a life-saving organ transplant. But it does that to try and protect you from everything. So it could destroy a transplant. Whereas if we use these adult stem cells, these kind of partially differentiated stem cells that are taken from an adult, so each of us have these adult stem cells within our body right now to repair damaged tissues. If we were to use these from our own body, our immune system isn't going to destroy them and reject them because they should be there. They recognise it as part of us. The type of tissue adult stem cells can differentiate into is limited. That's also true. Okay, so both these statements are true. So an adult stem cell can only become a limited type of cell. Okay, not like one in an embryo, which can become anything. The best example of this is the blood stem cell. So this is a type of stem cell we have. So not sure what happened there. So we're saying that both these two statements are correct. Those two are correct, which means C must be our right answer. We're just going to talk about it a little bit here. So the best example of an adult stem cell is the blood stem cell. And that can become, for example, red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, which are the things that make our blood clot when we cut. So they can become all these things. What a blood stem cell can't become, though, is a nerve cell, for example. So that's sort of showing that point 2 is correct. So the correct answer should be C. The diagram shows one way in which stem cells can be reduced from human embryos. So you take a fertilized egg, you take that inner area there, and these stem cells grow into the different types of cells we want. Why can stem cells be used to treat a condition like paralysis? What you need to give here was sort of a definition of what stem cells are. So they are undifferentiated. Why can they work? Because they are undifferentiated or unspecialized that have the ability to specialize into any type of cell. In the case of curing paralysis, we would need those cells, e.g., to become nerve cells to repair damage caused to the spinal cord. That'd be our 2 marks there. Last couple